And actually, that takes us to the next misconception that we already talked about a little bit right now. But the next one is no preview available for decoupled content. Um, at the end of the day, you don't only need to edit content in a easy way or without depending so much on developers. You also need to have these previews because one of the things that content teams have to go through is revisions, no? Because your content sometimes also depends on a subject matter expert that actually goes through the content and verifies that what you are saying is true, or maybe the compliance team in other organizations, or even within the content teams, like sometimes a freelance writer or another content writer writes the blog and the content manager, the head of content has to review it. So these previews are very important for the content teams. But why do you think is so crucial this preview, this content preview?
Well, as you mentioned, this is very important for accuracy, consistency, and efficiency of things, and making sure that all the workflows are in place. Again, it just helps for a better, collaboration among teams, and that's important in having that. And again, Drupal Decoupled, help you with all those features, and we will mention in a few.
Yeah, for example, you were mentioning about the preview iframe, no? That it allows you to see the changes in real time. But how does this preview iframe work in real time?
So long story short, it's just you are embedding your front-end side or the preview stage of your front-end side inside an iframe, inside the node view page, and it's pulling data from your API. But not only that, it also pulling data from the preview content, because this is something that Drupal called preview or preview page, which basically pulls data from the temporary storage and not the Drupal node storage database. That's a Drupal thing that's been forever. And you can do that. You can just changing things without, and saving that, things like that, and it works. It also works, that preview works with revisions, with content moderation as well. So you can take advantage of all those features of Drupal, like out of the box with Drupal Decoupled. So you don't have to leaving those features behind if you go decouple.
Right. And what types of content can be previewed?
Any content on the system that you have properly configured, like nodes, taxonomies, media, well, when I talk media, it's like images or whatever. Again, it's the only thing you need to do is properly configure on the system, expose on the graphical interface of the graphical compose module, going clicking, I want this field, enable this field and that, enable this paragraph or whatever. Anything that you expose will be able to be reused on those preview pages.
Right. So almost anything, right?
Yeah, anything that is content. And there's some pieces of configuration that can get exposed, like form settings and fields like that we will talk in a few. Things like site settings module. So again, there's a ways for exposing certain pieces of configuration depending of your needs as well.